Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Bill. How are you doing today? No. I'm glad you were able to meet today. We've been having great discussions here together. Two nerds, got to get the industrial hygienist and the engineer together.
Oh, that's a viral video. Recipe for viral video. Industrial hygienist and engineer.
Yeah, so the whole reason I was so glad to meet with you today was for this new notice coming out from the EPA for the new initiative to go out and specifically inspect and the systems that are under 10,000 pounds for ammonia refrigeration. The main question I want to get out today is, what are some things, or what do you think are the items that a end user of ammonia refrigeration should really have in line to be best prepared for when those inspections come?
Yeah. So EPA is focusing on these smaller systems because they, like I, believe that the risk of an ammonia leak is significant even if you've got less than 10,000 pounds of ammonia. And the reason to have a safety program is to reduce your risk of an ammonia leak. So if you have one of these smaller systems and you're concerned about the EPA showing up, they've made it pretty clear, hey, we're going to prioritize a couple of things. One, do you have a process hazard analysis? And two, have you been coordinating with your local responders? And so the way that they're evaluating coordination with local responders is, are you up to date on your Tier 2 hazardous material inventory report under EPA, the Emergency Planning Community Right to Know Act? And then for the process hazard analysis, they're going to look to see, have you got a smart group of people in a room to talk through scenarios or ways in which you could have an accident? Have you identified the safeguards, and have you identified recommendations to reduce your risk? Contrary to what a lot of people think, where a lot of people believe that to satisfy a regulator you need to have a lot of paperwork and show them a lot of paperwork, I think EPA also believes that really what you need to do is show that you've done something to reduce your risk of an accident. And that may not really be about a bunch of paperwork. That may be about smart people looking at your system to evaluate, has it been designed, inspected, maintained, is it operating in a safe way? And for ammonia, that means following standards, such as those set by the International Institute of Ammonia Refrigeration, or IIAR. And a really important one there is IIAR9, which sets out minimum safety criteria for an existing system. And there's a suggestion that there's a gap analysis there. Someone who's smart looks through the system and make sure that you're following that standard. So I have a question for you, Jeff. Does IR Pros have smart people who understand refrigeration systems that can crawl through and take a look and see, are you or are you not following this standard?
Yeah, absolutely. And certainly we do have those guys that are very knowledgeable, that would go out and fill out and evaluate the system to follow what IIAR6 says and also what IIAR9 says. One of the things that I think really you can look for with a good refrigeration contractor is that they understand that if you're already going out there to do the mechanical integrity inspection, and this is certainly IR Pro's perspective, you might as well go ahead and do the safety inspection at the same time.
Okay.
And the safety inspection, it really just is that extra step to focus on what IIAR9 says as the minimum safety requirements for that system, to make sure that as you're going through that system and looking at the deficiencies from an IIAR mechanical perspective, then you also can see what the deficiencies are from the bigger perspective of safety.
Okay. Well, so I have a question for those people who have more complete lives than I have and don't geek out on IIAR standards. You said something that might be confusing. You said, well, while we do this mechanical integrity inspection, we can also look at compliance with IIAR9. But wait, aren't those the same things? So there's this standard IIAR6 about maintenance, and they have these checklists that are in there. And a lot of people, I think, believe, with good reason, that filling out those checklists means that you've evaluated the safety of your system. But I heard you suggest something else, that maybe it's not just filling out those checklists in IIAR6, that this IIAR9 analysis is above and beyond that. Did I understand that correctly? Is that
Absolutely,
true?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that is my understanding, is that IIAR9 is a separate safety evaluation of the system, separate from the mechanical integrity inspection, which is a part of those forms at the end of IIAR6.
Well, that just cleared up a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
I think that's great. So with this, hopefully people can be in a position to both be compliant with regulations, but more importantly, reduce the risk of having an accident. If you focus on your risk, the compliance tends to follow. So have smart people do a process hazard analysis, have smart people take a look through your system, make sure it's designed and inspected and maintained properly, and everything should work.
Yep, agreed.
All right, awesome.
All right, thanks for your time.